If you've been looking for a Class A motorhome that's got diesel appointments without being a diesel, I have found the one that's right for you. And I gotta tell you, she's not only a beauty, she's a vision. Welcome to the absolutely gorgeous Entegra coach. This is the Vision XL. This is the 36C. So this bath and a half Class A motorhome has all the Entegra calling cards. You got the Easy Drive Elite on this, plus you got the G-rated tires, you got the Ford F53 chassis, you got that supercharged V8 inside of here as well, outside TV, full body paint, frameless square windows. But the thing that I loved about this coach was, and I have a lot of friends who've asked me for this, they're like, man, we don't really want to pay the price tag for a diesel coach, but when we step into our motorhome, we want to have the diesel coach feel. Welcome to the Entegra. This coach is 38 feet, 10 inches long, but the thing I love about it, not only the appointments, the layout and the floor plan. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm actually going to start right up here in the cab with these gorgeous leather captain and co-captain's chairs. To me, when it comes down to driving a motorhome, especially a Class A, it really boils down to two things: visibility and ease of use. For me, these windows and the space and the visibility are awesome. The fact that I have the gorgeous LED backlit molded dash, plus I got the 10-inch touchscreen and my controls for my AC all angled towards the driver. Then on top of that, they're gonna give me this plush and comfortable leather captain's chair that swivels. I got the spot for my table if you want it, cup holders. My co-captain not only has the same chair, but they even have a little pullout. So if they want to do some work, you got yourself a little workstation there. You also got a spot for your cell phone, power, the whole nine. And since this is a Class A motorhome, yep, you do have the bunk over cab, which is on the little drive right here. And I'm going to see if I can get this. Got the little push button. Look how fast that comes down. But a great sleeping space up there, or more importantly, storage space if you need it. And that's the thing for me when you're talking about motorhomes, the versatility is what's so awesome about them. I got storage and sleeping space up there if I need it. If not, I can literally just put it up and then boom, I got even more visibility coming out the front. But when you're talking about seating functionality, oh, let's take a look at these. Most of the time in motorhomes, seating is going to be a premium. Combo that with sleeping space and seating, that's something that you don't see a lot. And the thing that I love about Entegra coaches, especially their Class A's, is every time I step in one, I'm saying wow at something. And this is one that I'm absolutely saying wow at. I got myself a hide-a-bed right here that's a great love seat, but then they gave me two consoles for my little recliner seats right here that also have USB charging. Now add that to the fact that I got gorgeous window coverage right here with the built-in thin shades. I really like the layout. More importantly, I love the square framing that goes along with this coach. Just the touches to me scream opulence and diesel appointments. I got strut supporting on my storage up top, glazed cabinetry, shaker style with those brushed nickel pulls, LED backlighting behind my oversized slide that we have right here. Love the headroom, love the light, love the recessed lights in the hood. In the ceiling, I mean, it's technically a hood. Then I got my Coleman Mach Whisper Quiet AC. But across from my seating area is going to be my awesome Dream dinette, as well as telescoping TV and JBL soundbar. Now, what's cool about this Dream dinette, so you're not going to be knocking knees because there's no legs under there. You got the seat belts to keep the kids safe if you got them traveling along with you, because this coach will accommodate 6. But the thing that I thought they missed on with this was the storage opportunity under the dinette. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is the right side of the dinette. You see how you got some storage under there? The thing that I love is it's a solid wood, not even a press board, a solid wood cover. So that's a great base for the seat, and also I'm not gonna have the splinters when I go open the hole. It's just the storage to me wasn't that great. You get to see the seatbelt anchors right there, and right here is your lift for your telescoping TV. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and sit down right here, and let's do this. How cool would it be You're just sitting here talking to your friends, family, whatever. They're watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians. You don't happen to like that episode, so you just decide to go ahead and get rid of the TV, and boom, now you got a beautiful view of what's on the campsite. When the game comes on, now I'm just gonna roll that televator right back up. I got my JBL soundbar right there to give me some awesome sound, and look at how thick and plush these cushions are. This is what I'm talking about when you're talking about diesel appointments in a Class A that's a gas. Oh yeah, got the solid wood backer right there too. This is really nice. Now, here we go once again with some awesome appointments. Love the frosted glass inlay that we have here in my storage cabinets that are at the end of my seats. Look at the space that you have there. Really digging the fireplace too. The fact that this is, you know, it's a gray stone, it's a 31 inch, so you're looking at roughly, you know, almost 5,000 BTUs of heat. It's electric. I got the multi-flame, the multi-light, so I can cut it on, cut it off. The thing that I was like, okay, what are you doing, is this door right here. Now, sure, they got the little suspension string right here to make sure you don't hit the chair, and I understand why they finished it off. You gotta have the aesthetic, but to me, the practical application was just kind of missing on that one. But storage there, right across from that is gonna be your gorgeous kitchen. I got solid surface countertops, underlit, and this is the thick solid surface too. That's a very nice calling card of Entegra. I got the full extension drawer guides, got those, look at that, yep, full extension there, tons of storage, everything is soft close. You even got storage underneath your sink right here, and just take a look at this sink. All right, this might be tough in one hand, but I'm gonna try it because these cutting board covers are fairly heavy. Take a look at the size of your undermounted stainless steel sink. I got the pull down sprayer. I got the window there, more storage up top, right across from my convection microwave, as well as 3-burner cooktop and oven with more storage. And of course, since it is a motorhome, you're gonna have a lot of times the much larger fridge. Now, sometimes what I've seen here recently with the gas Class A's is they're not putting those residential style fridge freezer combos in. They're using like the 10 cubic foots, which is fine. You have more space for other things. But if I'm going for diesel appointments in a gas, yeah, boom, go ahead and close. This I'm loving because it reminds me of being home, and that's what I want my RV to be when I'm away from home, is my home. Now, across from that is gonna be your first bathroom. So over here on the off-camp side, I got me some storage, and you got the touchscreen. So this is where you go to control everything inside the coach. You can cut on your lights, you can cut them off and on, you can change the HVAC, you can do them individually, you can set the temp, the rear, the front, as well as your furnace. You do have 2 ACs in this one as well. Run out your awnings, as well as the setting. And of course, run your generator, which I'm gonna show you once we get outside. But absolutely awesome storage. Not only are these doors sturdy, they look nice. The glaze on there also looks good, which is why if you can get in and take a look at one of these coaches so you can touch and feel everything, highly advise you to. Half bath right here in between the primary suite and the living area. Look at that. I got my vanity. I got a mirrored medicine cabinet. I got the high-rise porcelain bowl with the foot flush. And across from that is gonna be even more linen storage, but you're also washer dryer prepped inside of here. So my pocket door separates the rest of this coach from my primary bedroom. Now you got a true king size bed back here. Love that. And there's even some storage underneath. It's just, I ain't gonna lie, I haven't been working out in a while, so I can't lift it with one arm. But trust me, there's storage under there. I got pop-up power stations on both sides with USB as well as wireless charging. More of those square framed out windows on both sides of my king size bed, decorative headboard, storage up top with the push button LED lights, and check out what's across from my king size bed. You got yourself a double ward with TV in the middle. Got me a little prep area right there with more storage. I love how they did the layout. To me, when you're talking about traveling in a motorhome, form, function, and storage space is a premium. So this coach is 38 feet 10 inches, so it's not small by any means. You're not gonna be probably visiting a lot of state parks. So why not go ahead and give you things like larger ward closets? Why not give you extra storage space that could even be pantry space inside the bathroom? Love that they gave me a half bath and all this storage along with a king size bed and just a gorgeous, well-appointed coach. Entegras wow me. But let me know what you think down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'm a huge fan of motorhomes, especially Class A's, but this one being big like this, is it your sweet spot? I'd love to hear from you. But my sweet spot is this bathroom. Let's check it out. Okay, so the rear of your Vision XL 36C is going to be where the main primary bathroom is. You're going to see right here, you got another high-rise porcelain bowl with the foot flush. I got that pressed surface countertop. I got my undermounted vanity sink. I like that because I won't have that seal around the edge that can dry and crack. But more importantly, if I need to do some cleaning, I can just sweep everything in. Double-sided mirrored medicine cabinet. Vent and fan up above my head, glass shower. Now this is a 30 by 36, like what they did here, just because of the shower surround. I think it just looks good. My tankless water heater is right there. Shower control, as well as hot and water right there. Corner notches for my soaps, my shampoos, and the skylight. Now, what's it look like when I step in? Well, only one way to find out. Let's see here. Boom. Now I'm 6'2". Let's see. Oh, hi. As you can see, I got plenty of headroom up here. I'm not going to be cramped, and the glass enclosure is even high enough so that I hopefully won't be spilling water out, over the top. So I really like that. But when you give me additional space inside the bathroom for linens, I'm a big fan of that. And look at what they gave you here. Okay, bam and bam, bam. Look at that beautiful front profile of the Entegra Vision XL 36C. You see you got the oversized mirrors. We're seated on that Ford F53 chassis with that V8 engine inside of here. You got the G-rated tires, and just take a look at how much storage you have out here. What I love about most motorhomes is the rotocast storage. It's easy to clean. A lot of them will even have the little porthole screw, so you can literally just spray it out. But the thing that I like what they did here was they gave me a spot if I needed to put extra long things like tables, chairs, my bags, whatever. I got the storage down here to keep stuff stable, and then I got high storage for longer things. If I got the golf clubs, if I got, whatever, I can throw it in there. Tons of storage. And more than that, let me step back so you can see. Make sure I don't trip over everything. Look at the gorgeous square framed windows, that oversized awning with the LED light strip, full body paint, and of course it is a motorhome. What do you gotta have when you have a motorhome? You gotta have some outside entertainment. And why not? Because I'm gonna be watching the game on the inside, I'm gonna be watching the game on the outside, you hear me? Tons of storage. So right here is your battery box as well as your LP tank. You'll also see your LP Quick Connect is right there. So you do have to kind of open this up in order to access it. But if you want to bring the grill, got a good spot in that storage compartment right in front of us that has that space up top. Good seals on my slides. You'll also see this one has the slide toppers. Very nice feature to have when you're talking about protecting my slides. On the rear, you'll see you got that full rear cap. Love how they did that. The fiberglass molded around. I got the ladder, so if I want to get on top and check everything, I can. Got the backup camera. I got the 5,000-pound hitch on this bad boy too, so if I want to bring my vehicle, I can, as long as it's less than 5,000 pounds. More storage on the off-cam side, including lockable power cord connection, lockable water terminations, lockable water connections, outside shower with hot and cold, black tank flush, city water fill, as well as your external command center. And the 36C is set up for water filtration. Absolutely love that, because you don't really know what type of water you're going to get at the campground. Right here are your dump controls. You'll see you got your handles right there for your black and your gray. Terminations are down here. More storage, more storage, and to take it off the grid. Now, I'd mentioned on the inside about the power and the generator. What's great about this one is you have the Cummins Onan 5500 generator on this. Very nice. I've seen some manufacturers go to that 4,000 watt. With this one having 2 ACs on it, that 5500 is going to be a nice addition if you do want to go off the grid, or you just have one of those camping situations where maybe the power post isn't that great. 38 feet, 10 inches. Beautiful full body paint, extremely well appointed, extremely well built. And with that Easy Drive Elite system that's on there, this is gonna run smoother, run quieter, more importantly, run more efficient than a lot of motorhomes. So if you've been looking for the diesel appointments in a gas Class A, I would highly suggest checking out the Entegra Vision XL 36C, especially if you like this type of layout, you like this type of floor plan. This is not one that's going to sleep a ton of people. You can sleep 6. It can entertain 6 too. So that's a nice compliment to a lot of coaches that will only sleep a certain amount but not be able to entertain a certain amount. And if you're saying, Chris, how do I get it? rv.campingworld.com, or just come on into your local Camping World. And hey, if you found this helpful, you picked up anything, like, subscribe, and notify so the next time we do one of these, you're the first one to get it. The keys are waiting on you, so where are you at? I'm Chris Young for Camping World. Hope you enjoyed the Entegra Coach Vision XL 36C, because I sure did.